Behind me are a pair of really wonderful windows by Louis Comfort Tiffany, one of the true American masters of stained glass design in the late 19th and early 20th century. Tiffany produced a whole host of really innovative stained glass window designs in the late 19th century and early 20th century through his Tiffany Glass and Decorating Company and Tiffany Studios. And of course, when we hear the name Tiffany, that's what we think of. Beautiful and rich stained glass, febrile glass vessels, febrile coming from the word in Old English, febrile, handmade, because Tiffany was very interested in the individual having an opportunity to look at the glass and appreciate the qualities, the inherent qualities of the glass and how it was made. And this is something which is certainly conveyed by the two windows here at the Dallas Museum of Art. As far as his innovation in glass design, it certainly comes through in these two windows. He uses a series of layers of glass. It's called plating the glass. This was a technique that Tiffany and his competitor John Lafarge used in the late 19th century to give that sense of depth and distance in his windows. Tiffany really didn't like painting on glass, the cold work, the enamel work, but would rather find a way to articulate his vision through hot work methods. And I think plating and building up these layers of different colored and worked glasses was one way which Tiffany could do that very, very effectively. However, as far as stained glass, these two are particularly unusual. They're from a suite of 4 seasons, it's believed, under the sea. These two windows representing 2 of the seasons, and the supposition is that what we see here, it's spring and summer. The 2 other windows, which are not part of the museum's collection, but still privately held, depicting winter and fall. And the suggestion that these may depict summer and spring is because of the floral-like elements that suggest spring in the one window, and then we have to make an assumption that the other window may be summer. The fall and winter windows very clearly depict a wintry scene with icebergs and the fall scene with crabs being harvested, that's suggesting those seasons fairly clearly. And each window bears the hallmarks of Tiffany's work from the late 1880s and early 1890s, this wonderfully experimental phase of his work where he's developed the Tiffany Glass Company in the mid-1880s, around 1885, and he begins introducing really innovative glass to his stained glass creations. Also inserted are larger turned and manipulated pieces of glass that are actually richly hot worked, pinched and distorted. Tiffany referred to these as his drapery glass designs. This aspect, again, another layer of his experimental glass, the highly textured, highly tactile quality. To me, it looks like a rich candy caramel swirl of glass tucked away into the corners of these windows. And when you look at it, you realize that the glass is over an inch thick in points and looks as if it's a small piece of sculpture. But here, Tiffany intends it to be some sort of strange little eddy at the bottom of the sea, or perhaps some little sea creature or whirl of sand that one is viewing in this one piece of drapery glass. And of course, together, the plated layers of glass, the rippling glass, this drapery glass, the jewels encrusting the edges of the image, all of these things come together to create this magnificent scene, this mysterious scene, starfish and anemones floating down into the depths of the ocean with just the glimpse of the horizon above.